What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is TishaTheBrave. Hope you guys are doing well, hope you guys are doing okay. Today I'm here to talk about the water signs and their chakras. So if you guys haven't seen before, I've done the air signs and their chakras, the fire signs and their chakras, and today I'm going to do the water signs and their chakras. Okay? And like I said in all videos, please check your sun, moon and rising, because all three of these are definitely affected when it comes to the chakras. Okay, generally speaking, water signs tend to have an active crown chakra. And very much so, they are the selfless person who's helping people, who's putting their needs before their own, and, you know, doing God's work per se, right? And because this is quite an active chakra for us, sometimes it tends to be overactive. So what does it mean if you have an overactive crown chakra? Is to believe that everything is basically a sign. So sometimes we're just like, oh, you know, somebody mentioned this and somebody else mentioned this. This must be a sign for me to watch this series, or this must be a sign for me to do this, or this must be a sign to do that. So basically what you're doing is you're making every life circumstance about you. You're making every life circumstance about you, and you're wanting it to mean something when sometimes it doesn't mean anything at all. As a Pisces, I pretty much dream every single day, and I always remember my dreams. Now I can tell the difference out of a lot of practice whether I need to interpret my dream or whether I don't need to interpret my dream. Now if you're a person that has, like, let's say an overactive crown, for example, or an overactive third eye even, you're a person that's going to be like, oh my days, I dreamt that I saw a dog, and I dreamt that I saw this and I saw that, and then you could have been playing with puppies yesterday, and it literally could be just your subconscious remembering that you had that incident with the puppies. So it's just interesting, because I just feel like, as a water sign myself, like, I do believe a lot that everything I'm around is like a sign. Everything is a sign, everything is a sign, and even I have to fight that sometimes, you know what I'm saying? So, alright, so let's go into the individual water signs. So, I'm going to start with the Cancer first. The Cancer has a sensitive stomach area, therefore has a very sensitive solar plexus area. If you know anything about the Cancers generally are negative people, and I'll tell you why. And you're probably thinking, I'm not a negative person as a Cancer, this and that. No, they literally are a negative sign, and I'll tell you why. Because they are the mothers of the zodiac. As a mother, you're trying to protect everybody and protect yourself, because you believe that sometimes the world can be so scary because you're trying to protect people. So what you do is you question, you rationalize a lot of shit, because you're just like, is this the safe route to go? Is this, is it that? Is it safe for my children? Is it safe for my friends? I have a friend who's a Cancer moon, and she's the Cancer Mercury, and for me she could potentially even be a Cancer rising. When I was growing up, when I was with her at school and stuff, she would literally baby the hell out of me, and I appreciate her. I think she's really wonderful, but anytime I'll say I'm gonna go over here, she'll be like, no, don't go. It's not safe. It's not safe. Everything to you is not safe, right? Now, as the solar plexus chakra, that's the chakra of confidence. You don't have any. You need to gain some. This is why, like, you look, when you start working on that solar plexus chakra, you are going to feel more confident. You're going to be less apprehensive about the world outside. But also, the other thing, the status quo. Cancers care about what other people think about them, because they are the hosts. They are the people that cook and clean and do everything for everyone, and they make sure that they want to be the best, and that the person that they're taking care of understands that what they're doing is helping them, and that they want to give them the best experience ever, especially in hospitality. You also have to believe that everything you're doing is made out of love, and it's not for show, and it's not for all of this, and it's not for you to be the best. You have to have the confidence that whoever you're taking care of is being grateful and is thankful for all the things that you're doing, and you shouldn't care about what other people think. You shouldn't care what other people think, but sometimes it's so hard to get wrapped up, especially as a Cancer, for you to care, because you put in the effort, you put in the time, you put in the energy. You just want to be seen, okay? You're going to be seen by the right people, and the right people would want to give you that feedback back anyway. So you shouldn't care about that. And if you lose people along the way, because Cancers have attachment spirit, let that go. Sometimes you need to be alone. I believe that every Cancer needs to be alone for a while, even though they long for someone, even though they long for people, even though they long to take care of of people, I do believe that Cancers need a period of time to actually be alone and focus on themselves, and that in turn will focus on the show, and that in turn will help you with your solar plexus chakra. Being by yourself, doing things by yourself, eating yellow foods, meditating to solar plexus chakra sounds, all of those things will help you. If you're single and you want people and you want to mingle right now, I would also say take yourself out on some self dates, because I think that would actually help you in the long run, you know, to understand what you like and not do so much for other people, because you are a sign that is selfless. You want to give, and you definitely have your place in the world, but you also do need to work on giving to yourself. That's very, very important. All right, we're going to move on to the Scorpios. Scorpios are of course known for the #1 thing, which is sex, your genitals. So it's the sacral chakra you guys need to work on. Now, everybody knows that you are passionate lovers, you are passionate people, and all things like that. But you know what else the sacral governs? Creativity. Governs creativity. And a lot of the time, Scorpios can kind of like block that part of themselves due to their aggressive nature. They don't like to have an outlet, so that's why in the end they just come off across as harsh when you could potentially have an outlet. I literally was talking to one of my Scorpio friends the other day, and they were holding back so much, and then it came to the point where they needed to say something. But you don't need to get to the point of saying something when you can have an outlet for yourself. Now, this doesn't mean, you know, get on YouTube, start talking about your life, start talking about whatever it is that you need to do. But what I'm saying is, if you have a creative outlet, do that. So if it means writing in your diary, if it means rapping, if it means like, you know, painting a picture, if it means that you have to, whatever it is, you need to get into the point of expression. Sacral energy is expressive energy. So the sacral and the throat are very, very similar, right? Sacral gives off energy, sacral gives off physical energy, and throat gives you physical energy too. So I would say that you guys have 2 chakras to work on. This, because Scorpios don't say much until it's time or until they explode, right? So use the physical energy points to, one, say something or express yourself in any way that you can, but make sure it's almost verbal. And also use your sacral to create. Sacral energy is creative energy. It's time for you to create. We all know that, you know, you're passionate. And I think, again, the reason why you guys are so passionate when it comes to sex is also because of the fact that this is an energy you have to let go of. And it's because you're not saying much. It's because you're not saying much. And then when you do say something, it's explosive. And people are like, where did this come from? Don't let that be you. Do not let the passive aggressive stereotypical Scorpio run your life when you could express things. And again, you don't have to express things to people, but you have to express things. You have to let it go, let it out somewhere. Okay? All right, moving on to Pisces, and I'm going to be talking to myself about myself here. Pisces have sensitive feet because we have a weak root chakra. Root chakras. Where Pisces are so with 2 fish. So what ends up happening here when you have your 2 fish going on is that basically we're very easily swayed people. We're very gullible people too. It's hard for us to sometimes have a firm belief, because with us, we're so open-minded and we're so open to change. It's like, oh, what? But this is kind of yummy and interesting, or this is kind of yummy and interesting too. We have a hard time making up our minds, especially when it comes to like social, political things, because it's just like, on one hand you can understand somebody and you empathize with this person, but on the other hand it's like, oh, I don't know, this is also sounding good, but I'm not too sure which way I'm thinking or which way. And it's almost like you can see the good and bad in both situations. So we need to start becoming more stable in our lives by focusing on the root chakra. And sometimes you need to know that people are always going to ridicule you no matter what you choose, because everybody's going to have an opinion. And it's hard for us because we want people to just get along. And we want to be able to get along with people, but at some point we do have to make the difficult decision to stand up for ourselves and to not be so gullible and be so swayed by other people and their decisions. We also, in turn, have to work on that solar plexus too, you know? And also I think when it comes to root as well, this is very about spiritual stability too. You need to have that concrete idea about what is helping us and what is hindering us, and you can only do that when you focus on the root, because the root is the place of stability, and it's there where you have to plant the seed to kind of help balance out all the other chakras. Okay, anyways guys, if you guys like this, don't forget that I actually read natal charts and I do numerology readings as well, and here's where you can find out some more information. Well, hello everybody, my name is Tisha, aka Tisha the Brave, and if you are familiar with my YouTube channel, then you would know that I'm very much into astrology and numerology. And so I wanted to just point out that I have an Etsy store where you can book natal chart readings with me, or you can book a numerology reading with me. Why would you book one of these things? Well, basically, if you've ever been curious about the reoccurring themes in your life, your strengths, your weaknesses, maybe also you're having relationship issues and you want to know if this person is compatible with you. So you're probably asking, how exactly does this work? Well, you have two choices here. You can either say hello to me on Zoom and talk to me either via video chat or via phone call conversation. Or if you're not in the talking mood, there is definitely a written natal chart option or a written numerology report. So if you're wondering where to find me on Etsy, just type in Tisha the Brave and it will come up. And also, if you book on Etsy, it's a little bit cheaper, but you didn't hear that from me. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll see you guys in the next one, where I will be talking about the earth signs and their chakras. Bye.